How's it going, guys? It is that time for the chase for the cup. I keep trying to tell myself, don't call it playoffs. But they are called playoffs until it kind of goes back to the chase for the cup. It's time for prediction time. I don't usually make predictions. I don't make them at the beginning of the season. I don't really make them during the season. I kind of wait until we get to the playoffs because obviously, in my opinion, the regular season doesn't honestly matter that much. Unless you're, to be fair, Larson, Reddick, the guys that are like dominating. Yeah, you want to gather up as many playoff points as possible, but at the end of the day, we are deciding this championship most likely right here with a single race at Phoenix, so it gets really difficult to predict. It's really all about predicting who gets here, and if you get the 4 guys that get there, you did a pretty good job. Actually predicting the champion, that is very difficult, but we're going to try our best. I went to NASCAR's website and they have this challenge. My team name is Rad Daddy, shout out TCB. So I'm actually going to do this. So apparently this challenge locks September 8th, and I have to remind myself to do this after each round ends, but this is going to be my full prediction. You guys can leave your comments down below of what you think is going to happen. And so let's go through it. I have the points right over here as well. So Kyle Larson's at plus 35. Christopher Bell is plus 27. Reddick is plus 23. Now those playoff points, they will carry over. So I think NASCAR, they don't show. Let's see if we can find, is it a driver? Yes, 2040. Okay, so 2040, 2032, 2028, 2012, or 2022, 2018. So these are the numbers. All these points will carry over through each round, including any of the playoff points they gain in the first round. And then I also need to make another tab because I need the schedule. Oh, no, we have the schedule here. Atlanta, Watkins Glen, Bristol, Kansas, Talladega, Charlotte. Okay, so we have all that. So with that information, we will try to predict who's going to make the round of 12, the round of 8, the round of 4, and the champion. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So let's go to the playoff points. So the round of 12. Let's take a look at what the tracks are. Atlanta, Watkins Glen, and Bristol. So in my opinion, honestly, all 3. Well, no, Watkins Glen's not a wild card. Atlanta's a wild card. Bristol is a wild card because Bristol, with the tire that they're bringing back, it's going to be chaotic. They're going to be comers and goers. So Bristol will also be a wild card. Watkins Glen, it's really all about qualify up front, have speed, and then you can't pass from there because the next-gen car sucks at road courses. So that should be kind of straightforward to see who gets that done. So let's just go ahead. Larson, he will advance. Christopher Bell, he will advance. Tyler Reddick, he will advance. So those 3, let's just take a look here. Those 3 are top 3. I think not only will I think one of them win a race, but I just think they would have to have 2 bad races in order to miss out. And the guys they're going up against, Bowman, Suarez, Cindric, Briscoe, Burton, Gibbs. I mean, Gibbs and Truex should actually run pretty well, honestly. Gibbs should be running better, in my opinion. But I'm not really, stressed about any of these guys. Truex, if he gets hot, can definitely get going. So I just don't think that they can really do much, honestly, to stop those guys. So they're good. William Byron, I've not honestly been that high on him as of recent, but I do think he makes the round of 12. Ryan Blaney, I think he makes it as well. Denny Hamlin, yes, as well. Chase Elliott, it is a short track, somewhat super speedway, and a road course. I think he will do enough to make it through. So now we get into the, I think honestly all the favorites make it through. I might be wrong here because usually there's one that gets in danger because of a DNF or something, but that's kind of hard to predict, and I just don't see that happening. Yeah, honestly, half of these guys could end up getting wrecked at Atlanta. But if I look at Watkins Glen, I think, honestly, all of them are good enough road course racers to get a decent finish, and then Bristol is Bristol, and again, I think that's where Gibbs will show up, and so I think a lot of those guys are okay. Okay, so we head off to the next guys. So Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Austin Cindric. Because Atlanta is here, I think some of these guys are going to get actually a lot of points. Keselowski and Logano are the most aggressive kind of plate racers, and they do run up front, so I think they're going to get stage points. They might end up getting wrecked towards the end of the race, I understand that, but I think they will get stage points as they're in that Ford gang as well. So I think both of them advance, Keselowski and Logano. Now, Austin Cindric. Obviously, you guys know me. I'm not the biggest Austin Cindric guy, and I said he should make the round of 12 because he has Atlanta and he has Watkins Glen, so we're going to come back to him in a second. Daniel Suarez, I'm not a believer. I am not a believer. I do not think Daniel Suarez will make it. Alex Bowman, we're going to come back to him in a second. Chase Briscoe, he's in a Ford. I actually think he will do well. I have Chase Briscoe advancing. Harrison Burton, he has been, one of the guys last in the point standings. I do not have him making it. And then we have Ty Gibbs and Martin Truex Jr. I'm going to advance Martin Truex Jr. I think he will make it to the round of 12. So that leaves one spot for Cindric, Suarez, Bowman, Burton, and Ty Gibbs. This is very tough. If I had to pick, here's my pick. I think that Cindric will do well at Atlanta, but he will struggle at the other 2 races, including Watkins Glen. Even though he's a road course guy, I think he will struggle. Suarez, I have no hope. Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs. It honestly, in my opinion, comes down to Cindric, Bowman, and Gibbs. And if I had to pick between the 3 of them, I think Ty Gibbs is the best road course racer out of the 3 of them. I think he has the best short track package with Joe Gibbs to go to Bristol, have the best race there. Atlanta, he has to survive. Now, that one will be tough because of, he doesn't have the numbers and he's going to be in a Toyota. But I think he can do enough. I think he could, as long as he doesn't have to end up wrecked, basically. So Ty Gibbs, I have him advancing. Well, I didn't realize he would show up here, but I have him advancing as well. So Ty Gibbs is advancing, and that's like kind of nice. You have Atlanta track stats, Watkins Glen track stats, and Bristol track stats. I want to see Cindric's track stats at Atlanta, to say the least. 2 top 10s and 2 top 5s. So again, I think he will do well there. But look at that, no top 10s at Watkins Glen, no top 10s at Bristol. Let's just check Ty Gibbs stats. He has 2 top 5s at Bristol, 1 top 5 at Watkins Glen, 2 top 5s at Atlanta. I just think Ty Gibbs is going to do well enough. So that is my round of 12. Cindric, Suarez, Bowman, and Burton miss out. I'm sure all you Bowman fans and Hendrick fans, I am a Hendrick fan myself, because I just don't think Alex Bowman is going to have enough speed, in my opinion, to showcase it. So then from that point on, we have, I can't showcase you guys who's going to make it in because it doesn't let me, but we'll do it, from here on out. Larson, Bell, Reddick, Byron, Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski, Logano, Briscoe, Truex, and Gibbs making the round of 8. Who will make it? I can't actually, I'm going to save my picks here. Thank you very much. I don't want to look down. Thank you very much. I can't move it over, but, we'll just do it mentally. I think Larson will advance. I think Christopher Bell will advance. We have, Kansas, Talladega, Charlotte. Charlotte is the Roval. Tyler Reddick will advance. Great road course racer. So I think that will be fine. I think Larson wins Kansas, by the way, so he's already in there. I don't think William Byron advances. I'm actually just going to remove them. Can I do that? Yeah. All right. So now we're at the point of who makes the round of 8. I'm going to remove them. So William Byron, I think, is one of the shocks, in my opinion. I don't think he makes the round of 8. I think he does not run the best at Kansas. I think he wrecks at Talladega and he struggles at the Roval. So I have him out at the round of 8. Ryan Blaney, I have him advancing. Denny Hamlin, I have him advancing. Chase Elliott. This one, honestly, I'm doubting. I'll be honest, but Chase Elliott, he is +9. He carries some playoff points. I have William Byron out, to be fair. I think Chase Elliott makes it. I think he makes it. Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Briscoe, Truex, and Gibbs. I have 6, right? So Larson, I have 6 right now advancing because there's 2 more spots. Keselowski, I actually have him advancing. I think he will do well enough at Kansas and Talladega. So he might win Talladega. I have him advancing. Logano, I have out. I do not have Logano making it the round of 8. Briscoe, I have out. I do not have him making it the round of 8. Truex and Ty Gibbs. At the bottom, I think Martin Truex Jr. will do enough at Kansas and at the Roval, and I think he will do enough at Talladega. I have Truex, who right now is because he hasn't, been running well, but I have faith in Truex. I think he will make it to the round of 8. So that means Gibbs, Logano, Briscoe, and Keselowski. No, William Byron. Byron, Logano, who else? Briscoe, and Ty Gibbs are out. So this is my round of 8. Larson, Bell, Reddick, Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski, and Truex. We then head to, I would say, the most normal round of them all. Las Vegas, Homestead, and Martinsville. Right off the bat, with Las Vegas and Homestead being on the circuit, I have Tyler Reddick advancing, and I have Kyle Larson advancing. They have the playoff points. You can see here, +35 and +23 for both of them. So, in my opinion, those 2 are the current favorites. I have them advancing to the championship race, so they are in. Christopher Bell, I will come back to in a second. Ryan Blaney, I will come back to in a second as well. Denny Hamlin, Elliott. This is where it gets tough. Let's go to eliminations first, guys. Because we are technically in the round of 8 now. So eliminations off the bat. I do not have Truex advancing. I do not have Keselowski advancing. So that leaves 6 spots for 4 positions, and I already said Larson and Reddick are in. So that leaves it with Bell, Blaney, Hamlin, and Elliott. This gets really tough. I think Ryan Blaney is not going to make it. I don't think Ryan Blaney will make it. Now, he would have to catch a hot streak like he did last season, but I don't think he is in, which means it comes down to Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott. I think Denny Hamlin is in. I think Denny Hamlin makes the championship race again for however many times he's done it. I think he makes it again. And so that leaves 1 Hendrick car, 1 2311 car, 1 Gibbs car with Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott determining the final spot. And I think it will be Christopher Bell. I do not think Chase Elliott will make it. I have him not making the championship 4. The reason for that is Christopher Bell has a big enough gap already at 27 and 9. I don't think that Chase Elliott will win Atlanta or win Watkins Glen or win Bristol. Kansas, Talladega, Charlotte, I think he has a chance at Kansas and at Talladega. You know, again, road course experience. He's struggled the next gen car. So I just struggle seeing where Elliott's going to get playoff points because he runs well. He gets points, but he doesn't get playoff points, and you have to win. In my opinion, I see Christopher Bell winning, you know, definitely one of these races, and I see him maybe winning a stage here or two. So he already has an 18-point advantage, and I think by the time you get to the round of 8, if Elliott, you know, as I think he advances as well, I think he has a 20-point gap. And Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville, we're talking about 2 racetracks, in my opinion, that really is the strength of Christopher Bell, which is Vegas and Homestead. And I think he just builds up too much of a points gap to where he will be able to outrun Chase Elliott, and I think he will run well enough to do so. So my championship race is Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Denny Hamlin. That's my championship race. You have 3 Toyotas with 1 Chevy and Kyle Larson. I don't have any Fords making it. And from here on out, guys, I don't really, to be honest, I don't have a winner. It's too difficult to predict from this point on. You just have to pick one, and, you know, who's going to be strongest at Phoenix, to say the least. I want to check the schedule real quick. So let's go back to the schedule, view full schedule, and let's go back to a couple of the short track races that I want to highlight here. So now early in the season, obviously, there's a lot of different winners and stuff like that, and it's a different time, right? So you have Kyle Larson winning Vegas, you have Christopher Bell winning at Phoenix. But it's different. It's you know, what happens at the beginning of the season, you can't really say what's going to happen at the end of the season. But you come over here, and one thing I do remember about this race at Phoenix is that how strong Toyota was. You have Ty Gibbs running in 3rd. You can see the Fords are running strong as well at a short track, kind of, right? And then you go to a track like you know, this Bristol race was crazy, so the race results don't really reflect it because it was, you know, the chaos of the tires. We have Denny Hamlin winning there. Then you have Richmond, Denny Hamlin winning at Richmond as well. You have William Byron winning at Martinsville, even though I have him getting eliminated. But it's mainly because, yeah, you can see William Byron, he won the 500, he won at COTA, he won at Martinsville, but then he goes on a pretty, you know, William Byron has not been competing for wins. That's why I don't have him advancing. But one thing I wanted to point out is that at the majority of short tracks all year it's been like this. We have seen that the Chevys have kind of struggled, the Fords have been better at short tracks, and the Toyotas have been the strongest. The Toyotas have been the strongest at the short tracks. North Wilkesboro, the Open, you know, you have Ty Gibbs winning that. Joey Logano with the track position, he wins the All-Star race. WWT, a Ford wins it, and I think that was that a race that Ryan Blaney ran out of fuel, but again, a Ford strong. More kind of short track-esque racetracks. New Hampshire, Christopher Bell wins it. We continue on, more short tracks. Austin Dillon, obviously, but Denny Hamlin was, you know, competing for the win there. Austin Dillon was definitely very strong. Ford, again, with Joey Logano, very strong there. My point is that Ford and Toyota, but specifically Toyota, have been very strong at the short track, but not really short track-esque races. They come in, and the entire organization, like Joe Gibbs as an organization, they run very strong at those types of racetracks. So we come back to Phoenix, and that's why I have 3 Toyotas there. I have 3 Toyotas there because I believe they will do well enough at Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville, Kansas, Talladega, Charlotte, while there's not a lot of short tracks there, I believe that Reddick is fast enough at the 1.5 miles, and Christopher Bell is fast enough overall that they will do well. Denny Hamlin's the one that I'm risking it. But Denny Hamlin in the second half of the season has showcased a lot of speed. Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Logano, Cindric. I feel bad that I don't have a Ford here, but I just don't see a Ford being consistent enough and fast enough to be able to win over these guys, in my opinion. So we head to the championship race, and I don't think Kyle Larson wins. I don't think the Chevy and the Hendrick Motorsports will come with enough speed at Phoenix. And we have seen this. Even the year that he won the championship at Phoenix, he won it because he came down pit lane. I think he was third coming down pit lane when Truex was supposed to win that race where the caution came out. And Larson, with the #1 pit stall, came out of pit road first with the track position, and he won that race. But he didn't have the fastest car. So I see another time that he's not going to come to Phoenix with the fastest car. You could say the same thing about Denny Hamlin, but here's my point, guys. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, I think they're all going to have incredible speed at Phoenix. And honestly, it becomes, a shot in the dark. I can't predict this. I think all of them will be fast. I think all, in the Toyotas, the Gibbs package, they will all be very quick. My favorite for this race will be Tyler Reddick. He has been the fastest all season long. But at, Phoenix, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to eliminate Tyler Reddick. That's hard for me, but I'm going with experience here. Christopher Bell has been in this situation multiple times. Denny Hamlin has been in this situation multiple times. It comes down to which car will be the fastest, which driver will be able to take advantage. Christopher Bell has been here multiple times already. Denny Hamlin multiple times already, and I'm sticking my neck out. I think Denny Hamlin finally wins his championship. Doesn't want anyone saying it. I think this is the year. And the reason is, I think Joe Gibbs Racing will give these guys a good enough race car at Phoenix to where it just comes down to, little adjustments here, little adjustments there, luck, cautions, pit stops, stuff like that. I think the luck finally falls Denny Hamlin's way. And I think he will have the fastest car at Phoenix, and he will win the championship at Phoenix. And it is because over the course of the season at these types of racetracks, Toyota have been the fastest, and I've yet to see them really slow down. And I think their package will continue to be the strongest at those short track, but not short track-esque tracks. So Denny Hamlin, I have winning the championship. Out of all of it, that is the hardest way to... This is like impossible, honestly, to predict. But, just to regroup here, this is my round of 12, advancing Briscoe, Gibbs, Truex. Was that it? I think so. So that's my round of 12. And you get to round of 8. You eliminate... Who did I eliminate through the round of 8? It's all getting annoying again. I think it was, Logano, Keselowski, Briscoe, Gibbs. I think that was it. That was my call here. Maybe Blaney. No, Byron. No, Byron, right? I eliminated Byron, I think. Yeah, Byron. No, Byron had eliminated Keselowski in, I think. Yeah, I think that was it. And then round of 4, it is what? Blaney out, Keselowski out, Elliott out, Truex out. So, and then champion Denny Hamlin. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. That is my prediction. I'm going down with the ship. If Denny Hamlin doesn't win it again, I'm going down with the ship, man. I think the organization is fast enough this year, and I think he can get it done. Let's see how it goes. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who is winning the championship? Yell at me if it's not going to be Denny Hamlin. Yell at me if I'm not giving anyone respect throughout the rounds. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's enjoy the chase for the cup until it gets to right there. And I'm going to hate it. But hey, it is what it is. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.